welcome to my channel again at Ethnic Creative Cooking. Today I'm making a Beecher's Flagship cheese and macaroni salad, and this is from the Pacific Northwest. I always do like regional recipes in my classroom and my students love it. So let's get started. I have water boiling over here for the macaroni, and so that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to put in about 2 teaspoons of salt. So there's 1, and here's number 2, and then we're going to go ahead and put our macaroni in there. Okay. So we need 2 cups of uncooked macaroni. Okay. Let's put this in here and measure it out. I'm going to have enough, just perfect. How lovely is that? Perfectly 2 cups. All right. This goes right in here because my water is already boiling over here. This takes about 10 minutes, says the package directions. Always consult your package directions because not all pastas are created equally, right? So we want to make sure that we're checking it out. So I always stir the pasta when it gets in here. You have to stir it about every, 1.5 minutes because it can stick on the bottom, so we don't want that to happen, right? And then we're also going to get the eggs started. So I already have this hot boiling water here going, so I'm going to put the eggs in here and get them hard boiled. I already have 2 done that I did earlier, so it calls for actually 4 eggs, but 1 extra is going to be for me. We're going to be putting in there a 1/2 cup of diced Walla Walla sweet onions, which is from Washington State. And then we have some green bell peppers, about 1/3 cup of green bell peppers. So we're going for a 1/2 cup of diced, these are not going to be diced because they're so small. Look at these, they're almost sized gherkin-sized pickles, so these are going to be good. Oh my goodness, I can already smell the dill on those. Whew. Smells good. Use your olfactory to make sure that you're getting all those great smells into your food experience. Making food is part of the experience, right? Not just eating it and looking at it, but actually smelling it. So let's do a little bit more here. So these need to be bite-sized pieces here. And we're almost there. I'm using these cute little ramekins that somebody gave me as a gift. So we'll put them in there and get our mise en place ready, right? Mise en place means everything in its place, okay? So let's scoopy-doop here and put these in here and have them ready for our mise en place here. All right. Let's give it a stir, one more stir here. Put our lid back on our pickles. Get them out of the scene here. Have this cute little Best Foods mayonnaise, and then we're going to be using some Dijon mustard as well. Let's go ahead and stir these because it's been about 1.5 minutes. So stir, whoa, stir, 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 and then some. All right. And we also need to check these out. Once these have been cooking for about 10 minutes, then you turn them off, okay? So I'm going to turn it down just a tad bit so that they can simmer for 10 minutes. Okay, well, it's time to highlight the star of the show, Beecher's cheese. This is the Flagship cheese. And I actually buy this at Costco because it's the cheapest place to actually buy it. And so let's cube this up into small dice. I already started on it, or actually I didn't start on it, somebody else in the house did. We need about 1/2 cup to 2/3 cup, and this is a hard type of a cheese because it's been aged a long time, and it reminds me of Cougar Gold cheese, which I absolutely love. And so you just dice this up. Sometimes it falls apart, and the reason why it does that is because it's a hard cheese. It's not soft. It's been aged a long time to make it have better flavor. You know, you can actually really taste the flavor. It's not necessarily creamy as much as it is really bitey cheddar type flavor, but it's not really a cheddar flavor either. It's more, how would you explain it? It's really tasty. Let's just put it that way. It's not like Parmesan cheese, which is also a hard cheese. It's more like a combination of cheddar and Parmesan cheese combined together is how I would describe it, actually. So I have my 2 eggs that I already peeled, and then my half of a cup of Beecher's cheese that I'm going to do. Might be a little bit more than that. If you want a little bit more cheese than that, that's great. I usually just put about a half of a cup, but you can put up to 2/3 of a cup in there. Okay, and that's over there. And so the macaroni is almost done. Let's check the water, check it, stir it. It's not al dente yet, so we're just gonna kind of leave it for about, it seems to me like it's gonna need 3 to 4 more minutes. So the eggs, on the other hand, are gonna be done in about 2 minutes. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Time to check on the noodles and see if they're al dente. So go ahead and pull one up here, take one out and try it. If it's firm to the tooth, it is al dente. Oh, these are ready to go. Let's drain these. The way that you do it is you go in and let it kind of do a little bit at a time, a little bit more, and then a little bit more here. My son actually burned his arm one time draining macaroni, so I have always been very conscientious to teach my students how to drain noodles, pasta, or anything of the such so that they don't get burned, okay? So rinse them off with cold water. Get the extra starch off there and also cool them down. So, okay, it's that time to finish up this salad and snack away. So I'm just going to start with the pasta was drained and I put it into this bowl. Now we just need to dice up the eggs. So I basically just cut them into 4s like so, and then I just cut them across ways just like this so that it is easy to do here. And these 4 need to be done as well. Eggs are so easy to cut, you know, so let's put these in here, 2 of the eggs, and then we've got 2 more to go here. So these have been refrigerated, but the other ones haven't been refrigerated yet. They were just fine, or not fine. What a silly thing to say. They were just cooling down. So, oh, sometimes, you know. Hope you guys have been having a great summer. This macaroni salad is great for barbecues. You know, it goes along really well with hamburgers, baked beans, and hot dogs. My husband's favorite food, practically, right? He's a true American, right? We have a half a cup of diced onions goes in there. Yep, Walla Walla sweets, straight from Walla Walla, Washington. All right. And then I'm going to do pickles, same thing, a half of a cup. So let's measure those out. Okay, these are half a cup of those in there, and then also a half a cup of this bell pepper here. Oh, gotta use all of those though. Just diced up enough of those, okay? And then don't forget a half a cup of our Beecher's cheese, Flagship cheese from Seattle, Washington, okay? So this truly is a Pacific Northwest macaroni salad. So if you've been looking for one of these, well, you found it. All right, a little extra there, but remember I said you could put up anywhere from 2/3 of a cup too, so just put it all in there. Alrighty, and then if you would like to put some jalapeños in there, you're welcome to, but these are optional. I'm going to do about a tablespoon, that's it, okay? You can put these in there, but these are optional, like I said. If you don't want a little bit of kick in your pep and in your step, then don't put them in here, okay? They're optional. Okay, a little bit of jalapeños in there. And then we do need to do our mayonnaise. I use Best Foods mayonnaise because it's our favorite, but you can use whatever type of mayonnaise that you like. We're gonna just measure this out, 1/2 cup of mayo here. And do not spare on the mayo. It needs to moisten up your macaroni salad, so use as much as you can here. So 1/2 cup of mayonnaise goes in there. And then we're going to stir away after we put in a couple more things. You wouldn't think that a macaroni salad would have a lot of ingredients in it, but it does, okay? So we're going to put in also 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. So I'm just going to do it this way. Whoa, there's 1. Here's number 2. And here is number 3. Goes in there. Now, Dijon mustard doesn't have a strong flavor like regular French's mustard does, so you can use more. Okay? So we have 3 tablespoons of that in there. And then we need to put in our salt and pepper. So we're going to put in a whole teaspoon of salt. I use pink Himalayan salt because it's better for you, so you should use it too. You can get it at Costco. It's pretty tasty, and it is better for you. It has more minerals in it than other types of salts that are super, super cheap. You know, they're cheap for a reason, by the way. They're cheap for a reason. So don't use them, okay? And 1/2 teaspoon of pepper goes in there as well. Boy, I probably should have put this into a larger bowl. It's coming out the top, but just dig down deep in there and stir this away and combine it all together. Okay, let's not forget the apple cider vinegar that goes in here as well. I forgot that. Oops. We're going to allow the potato salad to stay in the refrigerator for about 1.5 hours, and then we're going to eat. So it's that time in the show when we get to try this. Woohoo! Right? So what I did was I garnished with jalapeños, dill pickles, the gherkins, and then I did some Walla Walla sweets on there because we have 2 ingredients in here from the Pacific Northwest. We have the Walla Walla sweet onions. We have the also the Beecher's cheese, and then also the apple cider vinegar, because Wenatchee is the apple capital of the world. So let's try this. So just dig in 1 bite. I want a jalapeno with mine though. I know it's gonna be hot, but I'm gonna love it. Crunch, 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 crunch. So good. The Beecher's cheese makes all the difference in this macaroni salad. You gotta try it. And I'll see you next week. See you later. Bye-bye.